All right, take number 5. I recorded a great video and then there was no sound when I went to play it back. So here we are again. Now I feel like I have my lunch in my teeth. It's what it is. Um, today, today has been a great day. I feel great in my body. Still on the cleanse. I have until Sunday and then I'll be done. And I still am increasing the mobility. I am still seeing my skin glowing a little bit more, and it feels really good to have these 10 days to self-care. I was talking with one of the teachers at Yogashala when we were doing the photo shoot, and he was like, when do you ever take class for yourself? Do you practice a lot for yourself? And I was like, I don't. Something I am working on for this year is to start taking more classes for myself. Now that my shoulder's healed, now that I have less inflammation in the body, I'm less intimidated to be on the mat. And I say that as a teacher, but really as a student. And so I'm grateful for this cleanse for many, 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 many reasons. Yesterday's video, I believe I touched on this fact that I am, finding a new pathway being solo, and I have X amount of time to find myself financially independent without financial support. And that's just how it is. That's just life. And as I've been applying for jobs almost daily, nothing has been sticking. And my therapist told me, you're probably going to have to push the yoga totally out of your life and find, a real job. And there's nothing more that gets underneath my skin when somebody says that, because they don't understand the impact of what a traditional yoga studio teacher brings to the table. It is a real job. It's not just fitness for me. And that maybe can be a different video. But for today, when I woke up, I did my morning ritual, which is I wake up, I put the dog in his pen, I soak in the tub to prep my body for my classes. I write my intention, 5 things I'm grateful for, and then I pull a tarot card. And I really love this deck out of the White Light Oracle. Let's see, I'll get good with the camera here after a while, by Alana Fairchild. By far the most connection with spirit through tarot and oracle readings has been through this deck. And when I draw a tarot card, I write in it in the book on the day that I've drawn it, so that I can see the lessons that I'm missing. Some of them are pretty repetitive, and it's up to me to be a student of this life and to figure out why I've not been able to, I don't want to say master, but I've not been able to come to a point of learning the lesson enough to where spirit's like, okay, you've passed. We can give you another test or another lesson to move through. That's how I believe we connect through spirit, is life experiences are actually lessons that test us in compassion, understanding, self-care, and self-love, trying to bring us back to our natural state, which is spirit and love. And we've all drifted so far that some of us are farther out than others, and so the lessons are more challenging. Mine are getting a little easier, so I feel like the work that I've been doing over the past couple of years is helping, but I still have a long way to go, and I will always consider myself a student of this life until I pass. That's it. So the card that I pulled this morning is this beautiful baby. And I probably will not pronounce it correctly, but it is Karma of Kutuhala. Okay, we'll just go with that. And when I started reading the message, now mind you, I've only pulled this card once in 2 years since I've had this deck. And so that always excites me because I think, oh, it's time, I'm learning a new lesson right now. And so I'm going to read a few highlights from the interpretation, and then we'll talk about it. So in general, it says your sacred soul passion is powerful enough to shift the state of your inner reality and your outer experience. So commit to what truly ignites your heart and do not be dissuaded by anything or anyone. If you are seeking to make a commitment, do so when it truly connects to your heart. Follow your genuine, meaningful bliss. Know that no matter what appears to be, you shall prevail. You shall arise. It talks about fear-based thinking in our lives and how we can have goals, but anywhere along the line that fear is present, we'll tiptoe there instead of taking steps. And it says we often pursue what is sensible and secure. And that's what my therapist was trying to tell me. Yoga's not stable. You can't cut it. And here Spirit is saying we often pursue what is sensible and secure because of fear of not succeeding. And on this journey on being on my own, I have to really start believing that I am going to succeed in this life, in the elements that I like, want, need, dream about, because I have this connection with Spirit. I do. I feel it now. It goes on to say, the commitment that emerges out of our true Kutuhala is not about clipping one's wings, but about growing them and learning how to fly skillfully. Without commitment, one takes a leap, tries to fly, fails, and rather than going through the process again and again until there is understanding that leads to mastery, one tries to ride a bike or surf, dance, teach, heal, or innumerable other things, never giving any a chance to settle and evolve. There is inherent wisdom in Kutuhala. Let yourself be truly excited and inspired. Allow yourself to stumble, to not know, to become the holy mess that precedes the sacred rebirth. When your attraction is deep and soulful, you will have the capacity to stay the course even through difficulties. Don't allow the ego to tell you that the struggle must be a sign a path isn't right for you and thus drag you away in search of a substitute paradise. It continues on and then says, this oracle guides you towards spiritual empowerment, your ability even today to create something positive, gracious, and loving. Spirit is practical. Trust what you love and let your heart lead you. An unexpected and miraculous arising is at hand. Bada bing. We move through life with things we want and things that we desire. And I've heard the expression before, what flows to you is meant for you. But there's different stages of what flows to you, right? A river isn't always calm. Sometimes it's a rough and rigid water, ripple, whatever you want to call it, that it does flow to you. But I've also heard this saying that the most difficult pathways lead to beautiful destinations. And I'm going to have a little brain fart right here because I can't remember the other one, but it was really good. The most beautiful things in life are going to take the most time to come to you. And so when we reach for external gratification to satisfy a need, instead of being patient in the process and waiting for a higher power to deliver it to us, it's temporary. It's not longevity. It's not deep to the belly core meant for us, and it will fall apart. Now, nothing lasts forever, right? Impermanence. But just because something fades away doesn't necessarily mean that it's falling apart. And so marinate on that idea for today. Where are you at in this journey for yourself? And what are you not being patient about to have delivered to you? Because spirit shows me over and over and over and over again that until I learn some really big lessons, they're not delivering shit to me. Excuse the language. So that's where I'm at today. I hope that that gives you something to reflect on and how patient you are with the things that are coming into your life. Understand to you, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to smooth river flowing in. I forget that. So have a beautiful rest of your day. I have one more class to teach at 4:30, which I got to get ready for here. And then I'm off for a couple days. Woohoo! Feeling really great in my body with the cleanse. But those emotions needed to surface, and I needed to purge them out without grabbing food to stuff in my mouth to push them back down. That's what the cleanse is showing me. So thanks for watching. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Cheers.